Hey guys, I just been sitting here in reflection after meditation and prayer and cleaning and so forth. Um, but I realized something. I just took a look over my life because one thing about me and my energy is I'm able to see patterns, especially when I go looking for them. Like if you're not looking for them, you know, and not even necessarily just that, but if you're not paying attention. Um, then you'll find yourself in these loops. Um, and I'm just really trying to determine how I want to say this because not everyone, and you know what, it's okay because not everyone is going to receive this message and or understand it, but God brings understanding, and that God is within you. And if you don't know that, then you probably won't understand this message because I'm very much in alignment with that. Um, and I'm sorry, I keep looking at different areas because I noticed that when I record my videos that I'm actually it looks like I'm looking down or somewhere else, but I'm actually looking at the camera. I'm looking at myself. That's the thing. And so I need to not look at myself, at least from the research that I received. I did. It said not. It told me where to look. So I'm trying to look in that area, but I don't really like it because it's like it feels weird. So anyway, um, but I want to convey this message to you as I was reflecting, what I um, started to understand in my own life, you know, every time that I was getting ready to step into my calling, every time I was getting ready to do the thing that God orchestrated for me to do on my path, every time I was getting ready to meet that thing, every time I was, going further into my awakening, I noticed that something would happen. And so I haven't gone as far back as my childhood yet, but what I can vaguely remember, or not vaguely, but clearly remember, is when I was taken advantage of by one of the deacons in my church, or in the church at the time the church that I went to. I actually got pregnant. I knew instantly that I was pregnant when that happened, and so during that 6 months of pregnancy, um, with that child, I would receive like these very clear dreams and visions. And I would share these things with my parents. And and literally shortly after all of this happened, not even short, like maybe within a few years, um, everything that I would say that uh, that was a vision of mine, my parent, my mother, would actually end up doing it. Literally. Like when I had the dream that I was going to be I said evangelist because that was the term I understood when I was in church. Um, and so literally she went to seminary school and she became a pastor, right? And so then, um, starting the park ministry, and every time this is the point, so every time these things would happen, these dreams would happen, and I would share this information, she would develop another business, or she would develop something. And so um, the the last thing that happened that really caused me to do the work, the healing work, to uh, gain my sovereignty, and I didn't even understand that that's what I was doing initially, was when I was offered to stay at the House of Helps. I was already volunteering there because God said to go volunteer there. And maybe, yeah, God said to go volunteer there because so much happened that probably the people who intended it to go a different way didn't expect. So after I ended up there, staying there, volunteering, and basically giving my all in service because I just love people and I love feeding the homeless and whatever it is. I just love to give, and more than anything, I love to share the truth, as it is revealed to me through source, because my connection is with God. It's not with a book, it's not with a pastor, it's not with a building, it's none of that. None of that. My connection is with source. Whether you call it God or you call it the universe or you call it whatever you call it, okay? Because I believe I don't tie myself to a religion, but I believe in the wealth of all knowledge. And I take from whatever knowledge is presented to me from source and use it for my highest good and the highest good of the collective that I'm responsible for. Okay. So, um, in any case, while I was there, um, she decided that she was going to start a school, right? And and it didn't work. Okay. And in this school, the school that I'm actually uh, starting, right? It's not the same type of school, but that's what I do, right? Um, anyway, it didn't work. It didn't pan out. But in this school, she wanted me to basically be the cook for the students and pay me $10 an hour to do this. And I was just like, what an insult, right? But you paid a 15-year-old, however old he was, to babysit these kids while you went into a meeting for an hour for $20, right? So I was like, the audacity of this woman. So anyway, um, the point of this message is, and I know it's just taking me some time to get to it because it's just all coming to me, and I'm really trying to convey it the best way that I can. And here's what I'll say: this is a spiritual realm. Yes, you are in a physical body because you need this body to operate on Earth. Earth is a school, and this is where you come to learn the lessons. You are provided the dynamics that are intended to cause you to activate the power that's within you. You're learning how to activate your power, how to become the one. Okay? And so as you are given these challenges, you are basically being asked to choose yourself. To choose yourself, see the lessons for what they are, not hold any malice or anger in regards to it, but just know what it's intended for. Now, it might hurt, it might sting, and yes, you are okay to be upset in the moment, but cause no pain to no one because you understand that the challenges are there for a reason. And if you have to cut off people, then that's what you're supposed to do because you came alone, you're going to leave alone. And so this journey is yours alone. And yes, there are going to be people that are going to meet you on your path that are going to give you some codes, download some things to you that's going to help you to access the keys inside of yourself in order for you to grow, in order for you to evolve your soul. So the next time you come, if you choose to come back here, then you already have advanced from where you are now. You don't want to come back going through the exact same lessons you went through, right? No one wants to go through that. Who wants to go through this shit? The things I went through in my life. No, nope. Sexual assault, don't want it. I mean, levels of it too. Levels of it. And so, no, no, I don't want that. And so, what I choose is to evolve my soul, to see the tricks, the snares, the traps, the manipulation that those who are unaware of what they're here for, honestly, what they're here for ultimately, um, are trying or are doing to the collective that's blind, that's unaware. Okay. So learn to see the patterns that are going on in your life. Learn to see who's accessing your energy. If it might not be your parents, it could be your siblings. It might not be your siblings. It could be your quote unquote aunties and uncles and cousins and all that other family that's been put on your path in order for you to learn to access your own power. And so it may not even be them. It could be the schools that you go to. It could be the teachers that you come in contact with. It could be government. It could be anything, right? And so you just have to be aware of how those challenges are being delivered to you in order for you to access the wealth, the truth, the power that is within yourself, and choose to become sovereign. Choose your sovereign authority over all of this stuff that's going on in the spirit, because you don't necessarily see what's going on behind closed doors, but you're feeling it. You're feeling it. And if you pay attention, you will be able to see who's doing it, at least some of them. Okay. And so this message, this realization just made me I've always been this way. Just once I see it, I want to share it. So just be mindful of the things that are going on around you. Be mindful of different energy showing, the same energy showing up in different faces, different beings. Okay, because it's just a cycle that you're learning to come out of. It starts out good. It's a lot of love bombing. Everything is great. It feels good. Everybody's happy. And next thing you know, you're going broke, and your finances are shutting down, and just you can't create the way you've always created because of who you're connected to, who you've attached yourself to. And not that you attach yourself. Well, you do attach yourself when you give emotion, your emotional reservoir to the wrong individuals. Then yeah, I almost said something, but I just don't know if you are ready to receive that. So when you give that over, when you invest, that's the word I'm looking for. When you invest your energy and your time and your power into other people, then they can use that to their advantage. Okay. And you won't have any. You'll barely be surviving because you've given over your power to someone else. Okay. So stop giving your power over to these buildings. Stop giving your power over to humans. Stop giving your power over to humans that are in masks. Okay. So what you think you're getting, you're not. You're not. There are some people out there that are honest, and they are doing the work that they were called to do. They are teaching you how to access your power, but not all people are doing that. Most of these buildings aren't teaching you how to access your own power so you can live in your sovereign authority. They're not teaching you that. And the reason why they're not teaching you that, because they need your money. They need access to your bank account. They need access to your gifts. They need access to the wealth that is inside of you. And as long as you're willing to give it, they will take it. Okay. So I'm going to end this message here, but I hope that you get the gist of it. And I love you all. And I'll keep coming back here every time I get a realization, because at the end of the day, it's not just for me. We're here to help each other. All right. I love you. Blessings.